What gut feeling did you ignore that you later deeply regretted? This happened like 3 years ago when I moved to this new apartment complex downtown. It was my first time living completely alone in a big city, and TBH, I was kind of nervous about it, but also excited to have my own space finally. So the first week I'm there, I'm struggling with this heavy package that got delivered. I'm half dragging, half carrying it down the hallway when this guy from the apartment across from mine, Landon, comes out and offers to help. He seemed nice enough, maybe early 30s, well-dressed, had this really polite way of talking. I was super grateful because no way was I getting that thing inside by myself. While he's helping, he mentions he's lived in the building for like 5 years and starts telling me about the neighborhood, which grocery stores don't suck, which laundromat to avoid, that kind of stuff. But there was this IDK, something about him that made me slightly uncomfortable. Nothing I could put my finger on. Just this tiny feeling in the back of my mind. His smile didn't quite reach his eyes. He stood a little too close when talking. I literally can't explain it. Just a vague, uneasy feeling. But I was like, TF is wrong with me? This guy is being super helpful, and I'm being paranoid. Fast forward a couple weeks. I get home from work, and Landon is in the hallway. He's like, oh, hey, I noticed your package sitting outside your door all day. I was worried someone might take it, so I was keeping an eye on it for you. And I'm just standing there thinking, how did he know how long it had been there? Was he watching my door all day? But again, I brushed it off. Maybe he just happened to see it when he left for work, and when he came home, I thanked him and went inside. Then he started showing up more. Like he'd coincidentally be getting his mail whenever I got home from work, or he'd just happened to be taking out trash when I was leaving in the morning. Always super friendly, always offering help with something. I started getting this weird feeling he was timing his day around mine. But again, I told myself I was being ridiculous. He's just a friendly neighbor. Then one day my sink was leaking, and I mentioned it to him, because of course he was in the hallway when I got home. He's like, oh, I'm pretty handy, I can take a look at it for you. I didn't really want him in my apartment, but also didn't want to be rude after all his help, so I let him in. He fixed the sink, but the whole time he was looking at everything, like really studying my stuff, asking about my photos, commenting on my furniture choices. It wasn't casual conversation. It felt like he was cataloging everything in my apartment. When he left, that feeling in my stomach was screaming at me. But I kept thinking, he just fixed your sink for free, you ungrateful weirdo. Then things got strange. I'd come home and swear things were slightly moved, like my coffee mug would be on a different shelf, or my throw pillows would be arranged differently. Tiny things that made me question my own sanity. I started taking pictures of my apartment before leaving just to check. And yeah, things were being moved. But it was so subtle I thought maybe the building manager was coming in for inspections or something. One night I got home late from dinner with friends, and Landon was waiting in the hallway. He immediately asked where I'd been, who I was with, why I was home so late. Not in an aggressive way, but in this concerned, just looking out for you way that made my skin crawl. I made some excuse and got inside as fast as I could. That night I heard scratching at my door. Like, light scratching sounds. I looked through the peephole but saw nothing. Didn't sleep much that night. The next morning I left for work early, but I set up my laptop on my dresser with the camera on, recording my apartment while I was gone. When I got home, Landon was, surprised, in the hallway asking about my day. I quickly got inside and checked the recording. And there it was. About an hour after I left, my door opened and Landon walked in. With a key. He moved around my apartment so comfortably, like he'd done it 100 times. He opened my fridge and checked what food I had. He went through my mail. He straightened my throw blanket. He even smelled my pillow. The next day I called the police and the building manager. Turns out he'd made a copy of the emergency spare key the building kept for lockouts.